Good morning, you lovely people. Frank Valkyria. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic today as well. So, what do we have here today? Well, let's go here on Twitter and we see already what's trending and what it's not. And as you can see up there, you have Amber H. It's finished trending again. And also Jim Carrey, Howard Stern, and Diet Coke, and murderer with cancer roses. There's a lot of strange stuff. Anyway, we got to talk about Adam Waldman, that it's back, right? And he's already sharing some juicy bits with us. So apparently it's writing this message in conjunction with this part of a book that we're going to talk about it right now. So actually probably it's better this way, like looks bigger. So this is from a book of misheard barrister Jennifer Robinson. Okay, she wrote this book, How Many More Women? Spoiler alert, you don't need to buy it, honestly. If you really want to buy a book, right there, Dreams from the Sky, it's my book, it's my novel. At least it's a fantastical thing. It gets you entertained, all right? And I tell you one thing, there's actually a character in this book that is inspired by the look of Johnny Depp. But the Johnny Depp, like in the 2006, 7, 8, what he looked like outside of the movies, you know, as his personal self. So, spoiler there. Anyway, let's read this together. Waldman, speaking on Depp's behalf, and his behavior was aggressive. His regular missives repeated all the old tropes to build this desired public narrative that Amber was the abuser and to place pressure on the Sun to settle before trial. Waldman selectively leaked evidence on the media in violation of a U.S. court order, which would later result in the U.S. judge kicking Waldman off the court record. Waldman later admitted having leaked a heavily edited version of a recording of an argument Depp and Amber had about domestic V in their relationship, in which Amber admits to having hit him. Her evidence was that she had acted in self-defense. This fed a public narrative that their relationship was one of mutual abuse, harmful myth that has been rejected by domestic V expert. They point out there is always a primary aggressor in a relationship. The fact that a woman acts in self-defense should not be seized upon as evidence that she is the bad partner. This didn't stop the term from being thrown around in the media before the UK trial and later in the US proceedings. For example, Piers Morgan claimed that their relationship was mutually abuse situation, and the case diminished people that go through real abuse. Actually, is right. Again, Amber was not a real victim. Morgan wasn't alone. Sharon Osbourne also opined that she gave him as good as she got. Meanwhile, a CEO online troll targeted us here lawyers and the journalists reporting on the case. An online petition calling for her to be dropped from Aquaman sequel attracted 400,000 signatures, actually probably close to 5 million. After Amber approved an International Women's Day event for my chambers, my Dowdy Street colleague and I were flooded with anyway. So you can immediately feel that she is biased. This woman that wrote this book, absolutely biased. And again, it really ties in with what many are pointing out now, which is that the Me Too movement has lost a lot of credibility by still hating and backing this woman up. I'm talking of Amber H, despite the fact that she lost. I find it unsettling that Johnny Depp had to fight for so many years, and there's still like people which they're incredibly biased. They take the time to write a book and they publish it with this stuff in it, and rightly so. Adam Waldman responds to that part here in the headers as with a resounding lie. It's a lie, you know, because he didn't leak like a partial audio. Actually, those audios were there. And I have to tell you also another thing. People tend to forget this aspect. This is very important. Neumeister, the forensic specialist for Johnny Depp, which was supposed to extract stuff from the tablets, phones, computers of age, had a lot of troubles trying to get that job done. And he went also to the extent of explaining that her team were using like unlicensed tools to extract stuff, which resulted in corrupted files. And they delayed it so much. They were so much trying to get in between the deadline, basically, and the material. In other words, I'm trying to say they tried to do everything in their power to delay the extraction, that in the end they ended up giving them not everything that probably was possible to get out of those computers and so on and so forth. And then you realize, wow, so much for somebody that wanted to turn in everything, all the mountain and evidence that wasn't allowed, when in fact they were the first one to try to jeopardize the process. And you have the testimony of Neumeister that, you know, that's on paper, that's on record. So I wonder what else was there. Actually, we are lucky we have these audios, which were probably recorded by JD or by her, or for this therapeutical thing that she was going through. I'm not 100% sure of those things, but I'm grateful that they're there because they truly show a dynamic that it's undeniable. And it's amazing that you have women taking still the effort to write a book and defame Adam Waldman and defame Johnny Depp still after all this battle. So the only thing we can do is to call BS on this, like Adam Waldman is doing, and to keep fighting the fight. The Me Too movement really missed an opportunity here to stand with the victim of DV, being Johnny Depp. Just because he's a guy, it doesn't fit the narrative that you have to listen to every woman. They lost a ton of credibility, and now they're trying to do damage control by sticking with their decisions, because in doing so probably they will look even worse of everything they did before. But in my opinion, they're really losing. And again, gender should have nothing to do with the victims coming forward, and it's unfortunate that those people don't get it. I really feel like this is more politicized than anything else, and people, they have their own narrative and agenda. And in this case, again, this woman, she wants to sell the book, and in this book she's still perpetuating the same lies that the mainstream media, some mainstream media, still perpetuates, and trying to disrupt and trying to change what it's really happening. And again, don't buy this book. You know what? Buy my book. I know I'm pushing myself hard today, but you know what? It's more entertaining me. Trust me. I know that some people want to, maybe for fun. Don't give money to these people. Honestly, just don't. And click on Amber H is finished. Let's see, the first thing that pops up, it's actually an article on when she was arrested for DV against her girlfriend. This is so much weird, man. Look at that. It's unbelievable. This person has a record of being recidive or recidiviness, and some of those imbeciles, they're still backing her up. It blows my mind. Anyway, guys, always spread love. Please consider subscribing. I might go live later, chat with you a little bit. Thank you so much. Ciao.